Hello everybody, welcome back. So I'm away, which is why the quality has gone extremely low because I'm using my rubbish laptop. So we're just going to start by stating the obvious. Bitcoin and Ethereum is all we're going to really think about doing, and are they holding support? So as far as I can see, and again, I've only got very basic indicators, but for the most part, that's all you really need. Ethereum's moved up, it's consolidated, it's hitting a 50 exponential moving average on the daily, which is all part of its most recent golden cross retest on the 4 hourly. So you might have lost the Bollinger Band, or we'll just call it the 21 exponential moving average, which is 3,800. Getting back above there, closing above there on a 4 hourly should start the continuation up to and beyond its previous local high. Losing this area on the 4 hourly gets pretty sad, unfortunately, and you would likely see a move all the way down to around about 3,400 for Ethereum, which isn't the end of the world. It's also an opportunity to buy not just Ethereum, but altcoins in general, because we think about Ethereum as the overall indicator of health or confidence. We'll call it confidence in the altcoin market. If Ethereum's okay, and if it's outperforming Bitcoin, which it has done only just recently, then altcoins might become a little bit more popular. And like I say, it's all about confidence, because at the moment, I was talking about this on the Patreon the other day, confidence is low for altcoins. If you speak to somebody who's never bought crypto before, and this is effectively like retail, new retail, not you and me who are retail, but the new money. That's because that's where the money's got to come from somewhere, hasn't it? It usually comes from new money, people willing to commit to this market for the first time. You speak to the average person on the street about crypto these days, they say, oh, yeah, I'll tell you what I know about crypto. FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, if that's I can't remember his name, but you know what I mean. That's what they know about him. That's what crypto is to them, and so it scares them. And I can understand that because, to be fair, crypto is scary, isn't it? Really, it's not just the volatility; it's all the other stuff that runs behind it. The exchanges, even sending crypto from one address to the other if you've never done it before, it's pretty daunting. Look, every time I send crypto from one address to another, I always think, better double, triple check that. These are the sort of problems that you wouldn't normally have in any kind of traditional sense. So yeah, it is a risky business. It's full of risk all over the place. Never mind just the volatility. So the average Joe's still afraid. But if Ethereum starts to get more popular and then people start to see, oh, actually, yeah, crypto's going up, altcoins are going up, it becomes like a snowballing effect. Anyway, the average Joe is still afraid. And fair play, the average Joe has reason to be scared because it's a scary business. But this is it on the 4 hourly. We're sitting currently at the support, and if we bounce from here, then we should be moving up to a new local high beyond 4,000, which is going to be good for all altcoins. Same kind of deal for Ethereum on the daily. We've got 3,700, which is a 10 exponential. And again, this is a really bullish chart. We saw the consolidation. We front run that golden cross and moved back up. So this is the first real time that we've managed to pull back down into any kind of support. And it's the first level of support on the daily. If we lose this area, again, move back down, 3,500, and a 50 exponential 3,360. So there's so much support on Ethereum on the way down that your guess would be as good as mine. Where do you pick it up from? Where do you go from? But generally, this is a breakout. This is a chart which has finished its consolidation. It had an initial run. We've got the ETF to help it. And generally speaking, there's so much support below it that we're spoilt for choice. And if you've not bought Ethereum and if you still want to buy it, then on each move down, you've got increments that you can buy from. And they're all very small increments. You got 1, you got 2, you got 3. We even got all the way down here at 4, which would still form a higher low if it were to come down below 3,000. All opportunities. Bitcoin, different chart, but still opportunities. We've got the daily has lost the 10 exponential. We're sitting just above the 21 where we more or less retested yesterday. This is on the daily. Yeah, that's the center of the Bollinger Band. More or less, that's the line in the sand. And if you look at this on the 4 hourly, the 4 hourly obviously still consolidating after having that little run up. We're below most moving averages on shorter term timeframes, but the 200 exponential sits here at 66,200, which again is just another opportunity to try and buy this dip. So dips to be bought across the board if you've got the balls to do it. If it fails, it's not a big problem. You just buy down lower and lower and lower. But at the moment, structurally, things are good for continuation of an uptrend, and these pullbacks into these areas of support are for you to decide whether it suits your risk tolerance to buy it there, or if you want to wait and see if we go down lower. Now, traditional markets are still more or less rallying, still more or less. We're not going to look at those specifically now, but they're not a problem either up or down. They're kind of holding incrementally, going up, holding, and then and keeping on moving. So I'm not looking at stocks as a big problem right now. I'm sure they're going to have to consolidate at some point, but they're not looking to do it, at least today. I don't really see any reason to go through that. So any pullback on Bitcoin or Ethereum should be used as, I suppose, an indicator of overall opportunity for the altcoin that you want to buy if your altcoin has a good chart. If it doesn't have a good chart, then don't bother with it. Do you know what I mean? They've got to have a good chart. That's why I only really highlight the ones with good charts on the channel. Jasmine had a good chart, pumped. SHIB has a good chart, starting to pump. Yeah, there are altcoins out there that want to pump. They've got the setup for it. They just need the overall market to agree, to allow for it to pump, because the market is one giant financial machine driven by Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if they don't want to pump, if they want to come down, it's kind of rare that anything will pump, while they go down. And we see it sometimes. I mean, we saw it with Jasmine, for instance. It's rare. We kind of saw it a little bit recently with SHIB, and that's also rare. So it just goes to show that a good chart counts for a lot. But if a good chart matches a good trading environment, then that's where the really big pumps come from. And so that's kind of what we're looking for and kind of hoping for that. Really, today, to be honest with you, we're kind of looking for that today as we sit on or approach major supports on Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I'm hoping for the best, really, based on what I see here. I'm not overexposed. Like I say, I'm on holiday at the moment, hence the Lenovo laptop. Yeah, I'll just leave it with you there. I appreciate it's probably very hard to watch this video with this kind of quality or lack of. Right, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.